Hey everyone, and welcome to B's Thoughts, where I share my thoughts on things that are going on in today's world. So, what I want to talk about is the arrest of this famous Instagram guy who goes by the name of HushPuppi. Now, if you guys don't know already who he is, he's this Nigerian so-called real estate developer who supposedly made all his money from buying and selling properties. He's been living in the city of Dubai for the past few years, where he's been able to live his life lavishly with the rest of his crew. Now, before his arrest, there's already been a lot of speculation surrounding how he really got his money and whether or not this guy's a scammer. Now, if you've seen his pictures, you will start to understand why he's got millions of followers. The only things he ever posts about are his cars, clothes, more cars, food, shopping sprees, his hotel rooms, and so on. I mean, not once do we really see a picture of him at work or anything of that nature. Now, while many may have followed this guy because they find his posts inspirational and motivational, that's just one side of the story. Dubai police launched the criminal investigation project called Foxhunt 2, which included the takedown of HushPuppi. In the article posted by Gulf News, it mentions that HushPuppi and his crew have money laundered roughly $440 million. Now, I don't know about you, but that's enough for anybody to live his life in any way that he wants. Yet, this guy chose to become famous and boast about his wealth, which is probably what allowed him to get the police's attention. Now, the article says that the crimes conducted included money laundering, cyber fraud, hacking, criminal impersonating, scamming individuals, banking fraud, and identity theft. Based on my understanding, HushPuppi's team created fake websites to redirect people into paying money and getting scammed, sort of like phishing. They've also hacked corporate emails and sent phishing emails to clients to redirect payments to themselves. What's crazy is the amount of data that they've been caught with. The article mentioned that the police found 5 hard drives which contained nearly 120,000 files, and the number of victims being 1.9 million. And you know what's funny? HushPuppi kept preaching about how he's been blessed in his life and how much he thanks God for blessing him so much. Seems like hypocrisy to me, since all that money came from stealing from the hands of innocent victims. This goes to show that the problem with our world today is that a lot of people do not feel any sense of guilt and only care about themselves. Let's take a look at his Instagram profile and look at some of the new comments left on his posts. Alright, so here is his Instagram page. So as you guys can see, he does have a lot of followers, 2.4 million. And all his pictures are the usual, him showing off his possessions. But what's interesting is if we go and look at his pictures, so this is his last picture that he's posted. And what's funny is all these comments, all these top comments were posted before he got arrested. So they kind of backfired, because if you look at the replies, a lot of the people really got triggered because of these positive comments. So if you look at this guy, for example, Rich Kids London, and we look at what people are posting. So this guy's saying my brother, and this guy's replying, your brother in jail. Is he still your brother? His post here actually says fellow inmates. And then people have been making fun of him, saying that you're the inmate and you're the thief. I mean, if you see these comments, they're honestly super no-show. So this guy says, may the tears of those supposed recipients that has stolen from him, may he not sleep. Enjoy your karma in prison. That is a good comment. This guy's saying, check your inbox. This guy's saying, you will get over this, bro. I mean, I can't believe people are still supporting this guy. I mean, I can't believe people are actually saying free HushPuppi. I mean, I don't know what kind of person you need to be to actually wish for this guy to be freed after all that he's done to people. But then again, I mean, what can you expect? It's the internet. You're gonna have both sides of the story. And then here's a video of him.
This life I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. I can't keep myself. Allow me to flex. This life I can't keep myself.
This person says, hope you enjoy the same meal in prison. This guy says at least he had pancakes before prison. Look at this guy's still asking what song. I mean, look, this guy's talking facts, flexing with people's money. This is the saddest thing ever. You actually steal people's money and then you show it off to the world. And it's true, what goes around comes around, like somebody else was saying. This guy is saying, was it all worth asking for a friend? Thank God. God bless you all. Team HushPuppi, together we shall win. I mean, it's as if he's accomplished something. Nothing to be proud of. This guy's saying have fun washing underwear in prison. This guy here says, I'm surprised Nigerians are happy to see a brother fail. some may agree because HushPuppi is Nigerian, and a lot of his followers, actually most of his followers, are Nigerians. So I mean, I'm sure most of them were really disappointed when they found out the truth. But there still are some who are still defending him. But it is actually interesting to see a lot of them are talking badly about him, since of course what he did is unacceptable. I mean, look at this guy saying HushPuppi flames. I mean, I don't understand why you would still support this guy even after his arrest. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So he posted in this picture of "got grown men money can't be caught acting childish," and then this guy says "can't be caught." Homie, you got caught. So in this picture he says in his caption, "Bought myself that 650 Maybach like," and then this guy says, "You also bought yourself a first class ticket to jail." I mean, I probably shouldn't be laughing at this, but I mean, then again, should I really feel sympathetic for this guy who hasn't felt sympathetic for scamming millions of people? I mean, it just, what goes around comes around, right? So, I mean, this guy obviously didn't give a damn about the people he scammed, so why should people really give a damn about him? In some of his pictures, it's just the way that he presents himself that shows how sad he really is. So in this picture, he says, "No matter how overcrowded a marketplace is, if God calls you to it, there will be room for you." This guy here says, "Don't bring God into your scams," and that is true. And here in this post, he quotes a Bible quote. The nerve to be quoting Bible scripture. My goodness. I mean, hey, honestly, karma is real. If people don't believe in karma at this point, then hey, whatever. I think people sometimes forget that money isn't everything, but because of the environment that they've grown up in, that they think that is true. To some, it really doesn't matter how their money is earned, but it takes a man of ethics and values to know the difference between right and wrong, which this man right here clearly does not. At the end of the day, people need to be careful with who they look up to, because next thing you know, the person you've been idolizing for years can turn out to be no different than any other fraudster. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.